Well played to Arif. His positioning and pace and the intensity that gave Koreans no chance to regroup, to breathe, and to recover. Hi everyone, this is Gary Cole from Tanyeja, and before I begin my topic of the night, you can actually follow us on the following social media platforms on Instagram, YouTube, and on TikTok. And now for the topic of the night. Fabulous win by Johor Darul Takzim. 7 points from the first 4 games in the AFC Champions League East Zone League table. A flourishing 3-0 win over Ulsan Hyundai that spoiled Kim Panggon's return to Malaysia. And having a foot in the place in the last 16, although it's a bit, you can say it's still a bit early, but the way Johor performed at home, I think this is really their foundation in which they will progress in Asia, making Sultan Ibrahim Stadium the fortress that foreign teams dread to come. And in fact, with the win, Johor now has 4 wins out of 5 head-to-head meetings over Ulsan, and all 4 came at Sultan Ibrahim Stadium, including the one game during the centralized group stage in 2022, where they were designated as the hosts of the group. Now, going into further details, Johor got it right from start to finish, and they began well. They noticed how sloppy Ulsan were at the back, playing very sloppy, slow passing, thinking that probably some of the Ulsan players were half thinking that they were actually playing against Singapore or maybe some local born players in Malaysia. But the Johor coach Hector Bitogo, he actually fielded the same lineup that he has used in the previous 3 AFC Champions League matches, and the result ultimately was the level up in confidence, the level up in the quality of standard against the K-League champions. And from the off, it's Arif Aiman who set the tempo. Once again, the only local born Malaysian player on the pitch, he actually signaled what was to come in the second minute when he intercepted a sloppy pass in defense and delivered a threatening cross. Had somebody headed the ball in, that could have been an earlier salvo, but instead it took another 5 minutes for Arif to actually open his account. Well played to Arif. His positioning and pace and the intensity that gave Koreans no chance to regroup, to breathe, and to recover. Although Ulsan actually came back and tried to make a comeback of it, Johor held firm. They played their usual Spanish tempo passing game, and as time went by in the first half, actually you can see that Johor were regaining the upper hand again. Murillo on the left, he was fantastic. He gave a lot of problems, but particularly in the middle of the first half when Captain Nacho Insa pinged a very long diagonal ball from the middle deep in midfield to the left, and he nearly caused a riot on the left as he jinked past 2 defenders, and if only the finishing was there. But that said, on the right also there was Ariabas, and he and Arif Aiman also combined very well together to cause problems. So on the left, on the right, Ulsan Hyundai were not given much time to breathe. Never mind that they had to make 2 early substitutions due to injury, but still, even if they had stayed, no, Johor are always having the upper hand. And there seems to be some kind of a psychological barrier in Ulsan's defense that seems to remain stuck, even in the past meetings, because it is largely the same team that had visited the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium in the past 2 years, and yet they failed to conjure anything in the three times there. And this time it's no different. It's like they are stronger on paper. They have experienced ex-national team players, and they are the reigning champions of the K-League for 3 times in a row, but they still froze at Sultan Ibrahim Stadium. It seems like the previous defeats, and actually especially for a few of them who went for the Asian Cup earlier this year, and where they were shocked, where they were torn apart in the 3-3 draw with South Korea, that even Kim Min-jae was made a fool by, I think if I'm not wrong, Arif Aiman. Yes. No. It's Faisal Halim, sorry. But still, that familiarity in looking at all these weaknesses in the Ulsan defense under Hong Myung-bo, even though now this time it's Kim Bang-gon in charge after leaving the Malaysia job in the middle of the year, but still, those weaknesses remain. And even though Ulsan had tried to make a few shifts at the back, especially by putting, I think, their usual midfielder Bergson a bit behind and Yun Lok further back, but still the combination did not work very well. But now fast forward to the second half, Ulsan did come back firing, all guns firing, but only for 7-8 minutes before things fizzled out again, before Johor threatened again. And once we scored the second goal in the 68th minute, it's game over. And by that time, Bergson had come onto the pitch. Actually, the one puzzlement I have with this Johor Darus Takzim team in the AFC Champions League Elite is the selection of the starting forward, Obregon. Obregon is not a registered player in the Malaysian Super League, but yet in every game he was entrusted to lead the front line against tougher opponents of a higher caliber, of more intense quality. Obregon in this game, frankly, he did not do much. Yes, his presence off the ball did cause a few psychological moments where Ulsan felt that they needed to move the ball more quickly to clear the ball more. But without the ball, Obregon was not able to make an impact, and he was unable to bring his other teammates into the final third, into the box. And that's where Bergson made that difference when he came on for Obregon. Bergson, yes, he has been a Malaysian Super League player, a well-loved striker by the fans. His ability to move the ball, to play the ball with confidence and bring the ball forward with his fluid movement, is with this kind of fluid movement that brings the others into the game. And when the others move into a game, it piles on the pressure onto any defense that plays against them. And you can see from that moment that, they will earn a free. From that moment that when they started to pile more pressure, they started to put more men forward in the Ulsan half, it was only a matter of time before Johor scored a second goal. Yes, that goal by Ariabas, it was a huge deflection. And it was a bit fortuitous that it was Bergson of all people who deflected into the back of the net. It could have gone anyway, but still Johor wouldn't mind. They would take the goal, which was richly deserved with the pressure they have exerted 10 minutes prior to it. And of course, the icing on the cake, Bergson with his trademark cool finish inside the box after jinking past a few defenders in a swift counter-attack with the assist by Afiq Faisal. That is a terrific movement that will kill off the game, secure all 3 points, and also record 8 wins out of 11 visits, or actually if you take away the game between JTT, Ulsan and JTT, where JTT were the designated away team, 7 wins out of 10 games where Johor played host in Asia. That is quite a record to build. And you can see that their wins so far, both of them came at this stadium. Sultan Ibrahim Stadium is the impregnable fortress for the Southern Tigers in Asia. And this is where they're going to build the foundations, where they're going to eventually attempt to reach the highest levels of Asian club football where possible. So before I end this video for the night, please subscribe to Tanya J's social media platforms on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok to hear from us all things football from me and my teammates. Thank you for watching this video and have a good evening, and hopefully have a better day ahead. I think Johor fans are going to sleep very nicely tonight, and they're going to enjoy this moment for days to come before the second half of this campaign resumes for them after the November international break. Good night.